My wedding is in 2 weeks and my sister is trying to ruin it. Hey Reddit, I need to vent before I lose my mind. I, 28F, am getting married in 2 weeks to my fiancé, Daniel, 30M, and what should be the happiest time of my life has turned into a stress-fueled nightmare because of one person, my older sister, Michelle, 32F. Michelle has always been, let's just say, competitive. Ever since we were kids, she had to be the center of attention. If I got a bike, she needed a better one. If I got an A on a test, she'd remind everyone she got an A+. It's just how she's always been. I honestly thought adulthood would mellow her out. Spoiler alert, it didn't. It all started with the engagement. When Daniel proposed, I was ecstatic. We've been together for 5 years and he's my best friend. I called my parents, my friends, and finally Michelle. Her response: "Oh my god, that's amazing. I'm so happy for you. But why didn't you tell me he was proposing? I would have helped him pick a better ring. Mind you, she isn't even married. Never been engaged. But she's suddenly an expert on proposals?" Then not even a month later, Michelle starts dropping hints that her long-term, barely committed situationship Josh is going to propose. She starts talking about how she just has a feeling that her time is coming. No proposal. No ring. Just vibes. And then she crashes my engagement party. She showed up in a white floor-length dress, looking like a discount bride, and spent the entire night making comments about how she and Josh might be next. I brushed it off because, okay, maybe she was just feeling insecure. I wasn't going to let it ruin my happiness. And then she became my wedding consultant. I made the mistake of letting her be involved in the wedding planning. I figured, hey, we're sisters, maybe this will bring us closer. Big mistake. From the start, Michelle had an opinion on everything. My dress. You sure that's the one? It's a little simple. My venue. I mean, it's cute, but I always imagined something bigger for you. It was non-stop. She even tried to get my bridesmaids to pick a different dress. One that she liked better. But here's where things really went off the rails. She tried to change my wedding date. So, a couple of months ago, Michelle announces, drumroll please, that she and Josh are getting married. In the same damn month as me. Her non-existent engagement suddenly materialized out of nowhere. No proposal story, no pictures, just poof, we're engaged. When I asked her when they were planning their wedding, she had the audacity to say, "We were actually thinking of doing it a week before yours. That way we can have back-to-back celebrations for the family." Excuse me? Back-to-back celebrations? I told her hell no. My wedding has been planned for over a year. I put down deposits, sent out invitations, and I wasn't about to let my sister turn this into her wedding pregame. She pouted and tried to play the, "but we're family, this should be fun" card. No. Just no. She finally backed off, but only because Josh wasn't on board, big shocker. But she wasn't done. She ordered a white dress. For herself. I thought we were past the worst of it. Until last week. I'm having lunch with my mom when she casually drops, "Did you see the dress Michelle got for your wedding?" My stomach dropped. I go to Michelle's Instagram and there it is. A white floor-length sequined gown. I immediately call her. Me, "Hey, what's up with that dress?" Michelle, "Oh my god, isn't it gorgeous? I wanted to feel really special for your big day." Me, "Michelle, it's literally white." Michelle, "It's champagne. It's different." It's not different. I tell her absolutely not. She cannot wear that to my wedding. Her response: "Well, so now I can't even wear what makes me feel pretty? You really are trying to make this all about you." Gert's my wedding. Of course it's about me. She refused to return the dress. So I did what any rational bride would do. I called my venue and asked them to enforce a strict dress code. My wedding has now officially become a black dress-only event for women. Michelle lost it. She went nuclear, ranting to my family about how I was trying to embarrass her. She even told my mom that I was insecure and threatened by her. Mom, to my surprise, took my side and told Michelle that if she didn't follow the dress code, she wouldn't be allowed in. And then she pulled the final stunt. Yesterday I got a mysterious message from an unknown number. It was a wedding announcement. For Michelle and Josh. With a wedding date suspiciously close to mine. This girl really planned a last-minute wedding to upstage me. I sent her a text saying, "Good luck with your wedding, Michelle. You're officially uninvited from mine." Her response: "Wow. So much for sisterhood." Final update before the wedding. Michelle tried to get our mom to convince me to let her come anyway. But my mom told her, "If you wanted to be at your sister's wedding, you should have acted like a sister." So yeah. That's how my wedding has become a soap opera. I can't wait to marry Daniel and finally put all this drama behind me. But you better believe Michelle will not be ruining my day. Update. The wedding day. Michelle's final attempt to ruin everything. Well folks, I survived. I am officially married to the love of my life, Daniel, and despite all the chaos leading up to it, our wedding was beautiful, perfect, and unforgettable. But did Michelle go quietly into the night? No, she did not. Let me take you through the disaster she tried to unleash on my big day. The morning of the wedding. I woke up feeling anxious but excited. I had mentally prepared myself for the possibility of some kind of stunt from Michelle, but I was hopeful she'd just be sulking somewhere instead of actively plotting my downfall. I got ready with my bridesmaids, sipping mimosas, having the time of my life. Everything was going smoothly. My dress. Gorgeous. Hair. On point. Makeup. Flawless. Then about 2 hours before the ceremony my phone starts blowing up. Guess who? My cousin Olivia, who was one of my bridesmaids, frantically calls me. So Michelle's here." "Excuse me?" He showed up anyway. I explicitly uninvited this woman. She wasn't on the guest list. She had no reason to be there. But Michelle, in true delusional fashion, apparently showed up claiming that she and I had worked things out, and that there was just a big misunderstanding. Lies. She had convinced my aunt, not my mom who was fully done with her, to escort her inside as if she were some kind of VIP guest. Oh, and she was wearing the white dress. This wasn't just any white dress. This was the exact floor-length sequined gown she had ordered. The one she promised wasn't actually white but champagne. Spoiler, it was white. I was livid. The bridesmaids took matters into their own hands. Before I could even react, my bridesmaids, the absolute legends they are, took care of it. Olivia and my maid of honor, Jenna, swooped in like security at the Oscars. Jenna, oh my god, Michelle, you made it. But, you're not on the guest list. Michelle, I talked to the bride, she said it was fine. Olivia, oh totally. She said if you showed up, we should escort you to the VIP suite right away. They led her straight to the venue's supply closet and locked her in. Okay, not literally locked, but they shut the door and barricaded it while she was inside freaking out. Meanwhile, I was blissfully unaware, sipping champagne and having my final dress touches done. By the time I found out, she had already been escorted off the premises by actual security. The ceremony went on, without her. Finally, the moment came. The music started, I walked down the aisle and I saw Daniel waiting for me with the biggest, most beautiful smile. I swear, at that moment, every ounce of stress melted away. We exchanged vows, there was not a single white sequined gremlin in sight, and we officially became husband and wife. Michelle's final meltdown. I later found out that after being kicked out, Michelle had a full-blown meltdown in the parking lot. She called my mom crying hysterically about how she'd been humiliated, and would never forgive me. My mom's response? Michelle, the only person embarrassing you is yourself. Go home. Legendary. Then, because she just couldn't help herself, Michelle took to Facebook to air her grievances. She made a post about how some people, cough, had turned their wedding into a personal attack on their own family. She also threw in some nonsense about how she hopes I enjoy my marriage while it lasts. Ma'am, take the L. Final verdict. Best day ever. Aside from Michelle's pathetic stunt, my wedding was perfect. The guests had an amazing time, my new husband and I danced the night away, and I married the man of my dreams without a single ounce of regret. And Michelle? She's been radio silent ever since. Haven't heard a word from her since the meltdown. And honestly, I'm totally fine with that. //